Today, we're going to look at prepositions of place, namely in, on, and at, as we need to express where we are, how to get somewhere, where is that, and where is something in relation to something else. So these three prepositions are crucial for your formation of English and expressing yourself in a competent manner. I'm going to cover phrases that are the most common and the ones you're most likely to encounter and use. And where necessary, I'll give a further example or explain how to use it. Let's begin with the preposition on. On the way. I'm on the way. I'm coming. On the radio. She's on the radio. On the page. We normally say this without the article. On page 9, there are 3 articles. On a bicycle and on the motorbike. On a ship. On a horse. On a train. On the right, as in go down the street and the bookstore is on the right. On the floor, what's on the floor? And on the second floor. On the menu. What's new on the menu? You might ask that at the restaurant. On the left. On the left, you'll see the car wash. On the cover. On the cover of the book. On the rug. On the table. On the bus. I'm on the bus. Where are you? I'm on a plane. On the wall. There are pictures on the wall. And on the television. I see him on the television. Now let's look at the preposition in, which is also very, very popular. I'm going to list or mention the most common words that are collocated or used with in when referencing a place. I choose not to talk about rules with these prepositions because I don't find them very helpful, to be honest. So let's practice. In a taxi. Where are you? I'm in a taxi. In the sky. Look at the rainbow in the sky. In the building. In a row. There are many houses in a row. In the newspaper. I read it in the newspaper. Where are you? I'm in the garden. In a boat. Or I'm in Germany. Some countries require an article, such as in the United States. We'll look at those rules in a separate video. In the store. But if you are moving, you are going to the store. But we'll talk about movement as well, but in a different video. In the kitchen. Where's Mom? She's in the kitchen. In a car. Or in the car, if both of you know which car. In my pocket. I have my keys in my pocket. In Oxford Street. There is a car accident in the street, but I'm on Arbot Street. So we use in and on for street depending on the circumstance. In the book, but if you put your keys on the book, then use on. In the park, in a lift, or in the US, we say in the elevator. In London, or any other city. I'm in Warsaw. Where are you? In a helicopter. In a box. The books are in a box. In the picture. My friend is in the picture. In the bathroom. In the world. In the bag. In the magazine. Or in the tower. Now let's turn to the final preposition, the one that also articulates place, and that is the word at. At is often used for a point, a specific point. And this rule is perhaps the most helpful of any of the rules dealing with prepositions of place. That's why I mention it, and I don't mention rules in other instances. So let's practice. At college. I'm at home. At reception. In a hotel, you might hear, I'm at the reception, or I'm at reception. At school. The kids are at school. At the bottom. At the bottom of the pile is a common phrase in English. At the cinema. We're at the cinema. We'll be home later. At the corner. At the corner, turn right. At the crossroads or at the intersection. At the desk. I'm at my desk. At dinner. Where are you? I'm at dinner with friends. At the door. Who's at the door? At the end of the street or at the end of the road. At the entrance. I'll be waiting for you at the entrance. At the exit. At the front desk. At the top. On top is also frequently used. At the top of the page. At university. I work at university. What about you? At work. Where are you? I'm at work. I hope that this video has been very helpful in beginning to understand the 3 common prepositions we use to articulate or express location or place. Now, don't worry if some of these are confusing, because they will be in the beginning. The rules governing prepositions of place are a little bit vague. I propose that you practice these until you develop a linguistic intuition where you start to feel what is the right preposition to use. If you enjoyed this video, tell a friend about it, click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and see you soon.